3 consecutive constructors' titles in the World Rally Championship, and the 40th brand's anniversary. Looks like Subaru met 1998 with a momentous occasions. The celebration was set to be extraordinary, and ready they were. Subaru had already cooked up a gift for their fans and themselves. The previous year at the Tokyo Motor Show, Subaru presented the concept called WR car, STI. It was announced as the on-road version of the WRC race car used in racing events, almost completely made by STI. If we look at the pictures of this concept, well, point out the difference from our today's protagonist. It was a road copy of a rally combat machine, including wide fenders and a huge rear spoiler. Everybody was, what a surprise, so excited about this car, and Subaru wasted no time announcing its production. Believe it or not, Subaru decided to sell this car through their website only, which was quite an uncommon way to sell, in an era when not every household was even connected to the internet. But what a surprise again, the whole announced amount of 400 cars was sold out in just 48 hours, with the price tag of 5 million yen, by the way. But if we abstract from all the racing influences, why did everybody love these simple Japanese cars? Were they innovative? Yes. Were they different? Sure. Were they weird? Hell yes. But at the same time, they were so restrained. I mean, how today EV manufacturers are trying to catch our attention, for example, when even a humdrum half-combustion car with a battery got these overcomplicated door handles. Subaru were different inside and people loved it. Flat engine, tricky four-wheel drive system, great functionality. None of them were shouting, "Look at me," out loud. Buying a WRX Impreza in the 90s was a way to tell everybody that you are a car geek without telling everybody that you are a car geek. So what was so special about this blue Subaru? If you are a little bit more familiar with STIs, as most of those who drive XVS or Foresters, you will spot the difference. A huge difference. It looks like a factory-made Resta mode. Of course it is a coupe, and the fenders are wide. It has its own unique bumpers, bonnet, and an adjustable rear wing. And it has no roof vent. The design was crafted by Peter Stevens, known for his work on iconic cars like the Jaguar XJR15, Lotus Esprit, and of course McLaren F1. The 22B exudes calm intelligence, but don't let that fool you. It's as self-assured as a Boxer. Oh, about the Boxer, by the way. Performance is the cornerstone of this car. Under the hood lies a closed-deck engine, stroked to 2.2 liters, and supercharged by the new IHI VF23 turbo. Output was common for that Japanese era, 280 horsepower, but increased volume allowed it to deliver all the 370 newtons of torque at just 3,200 RPM. The 22B could sprint from 0 to 60 miles per hour in 5 seconds. Actually, this almost a racing engine gave a name to this car, where 22 stands for liters, and B is a Subaru's internal turbo engine code. There's also another take where B stands for Bilstein, the company behind the car's shock absorbers. And it wasn't the only difference in suspension. There were aluminum arms, specific bushings, monoblock brake calipers, and a heavy-duty twin-plate clutch. Inside it's all about raw performance. You're meeting a 3-spoke Nardi steering wheel, central dash with matte coating, STI seats, no radio, no airbags, no ABS. And it has some truly racing features like an intercooler spray buttons, which allow you to cool it down manually or automatically. Some of you might think coupes weigh less than sedans, but that's not the 22B case. Actually, the GC generation had almost no difference in weight between 2 and 4-door bodies. The coupe was chosen for racing firstly for its rigidity, while maintaining the same base length and dimensions. But every part of this car underwent weight reduction to achieve an impressive 1270 kilograms, or 2,800 pounds. Such a low mass impacted not only sprint performance, but handling skills significantly. Remember guys, it was 1998 and even a Halo car had only 2 35mm wide tires, which were able to provide enough grip, and it was possible only for a lightweight chassis. As 22B was based and built on Type R model, it is still possible to build your own copy of this legendary car. If you've already got a coupe body, there are plenty of ways to make it wide, from welding in factory metal fenders to buying even carbon fiber ones. But hunting down genuine 22B parts is a complicated task. The bumper, the hood, the wing, All these gems are tough to find, and the price tag won't be a pocket change indeed. After all the rally titles it was dedicated to, the 22B still holds another one, the most expensive Subaru ever. Have I just said that 400 of them were sold? Technically, yes, but only in Japan. 16 more were produced especially for the UK, with differences like a cluster in miles per hour, orange-colored taillights, specific floor mats, 22 B-type UK badges, and no personal number plates inside. 5 22Bs went to Australia and 3 more. Well, those were the factory prototypes produced with 0 out of 400 number plates, especially for the guys who made the Rally Triumph happen, David Lapworth, Nicky Grist, and Colin McRae. And if, let's call them, ordinary 22Bs grew up to $300,000 in the last few years.
There's numerous vehicles in the garage. This one's not in the garage, but it's definitely one of my favourite cars.
The car which Colin McRae owned when it appeared on the Silverstone Festival auction in 2023 was sold for mind-blowing £480,000. It's $600,000, by the way. Despite its undoubtable unicorn status, 22B is not the rarest Subaru. There were some versions produced in 300 and 200 units and even less. But why is it the most valuable and desirable Subaru of all time? Of course it is the body type. After the GC generation, there never was a coupe Impreza anymore. The success. There are many examples of limited editions and special versions which didn't achieve the announced amount to be produced. All the 22Bs were sold out incredibly quickly, and it immediately made this car collectible value. The meaning. It was connected to the most significant brand's era in its history. The iconic racing liveries, the legendary drivers' personalities. The rally triumphs that defined the image of the Japanese manufacturer for decades ahead. The era when we could encounter the rally legend alive on the street, and the feeling of this closeness was thrilling. If you guys got any interesting fact about this car, or you're happy enough to meet one, please don't hesitate to share in the comments section below. I appreciate it. And be sure to be subscribed not to miss new series about unique rides like this. Thanks for watching.